Alright gang, so it's Sunday night. I'm going to upload this on Monday. Everybody's been asking for an update on Dogtown, which I greatly appreciate. So here's what we got so far. So here's kind of the long view, if you will. Let's go down here. So this is going to be a stream. Obviously you can see it stops there. I mean, it doesn't stop there. It's going to curve around, but you can see that's as far as I've got painted so far, and that's because I've got some things to do down there. We've got some static grass on the riverbank here, and then of course I'll do some rocks and things like that. I need to touch up some paint too. Got some white showing through, things like that, but just some little stuff. I'm really happy with how the coloring turned out on that, so I think once I get the epoxy for the water on there, I think it's going to look great. Hope anyway, we'll see. I've never done a river before, so I don't know. Anyway. So this is the small field, and it's just, I gotta get dirt down, obviously, still. John Schomburg sent me a message and said I should have used my paint as my adhesive. I could have put the dirt on top of that. That makes so much sense. I wish I would have thought of that. But anyway, I appreciated the tip from him. Over here is going to be a gravel road. There's going to be a little bridge or culvert or something to get over the creek. So obviously, I built that up just a little bit, and then I wish I would have been thinking I wouldn't have laid that static grass yet. Originally, I just thought I was going to do a gravel road and cross there, and then I thought, well, you know what, that's got to raise up at some point to sort of give a little, clearance over the water or something. So, yeah, I'll have to be redoing a little bit of static grass. No big deal. I mean, it's like, 8 inches of static grass there that, it's just going to have to come out right there along that ditch side. So one of the really interesting things about model farm building, I think, is, at least for me, it's sort of a constantly changing thing. I've tried, I drew it out. I think you guys saw that. I did it on SketchUp, and then I did it on paper before that, and then I came onto my my board and I drew it out, and it still just is ever changing as things start to happen, as pieces get added and all of that sort of thing. The plans change, and so it is what it is. I hope it's okay. So initially, or originally, the original plans had where these combines are as the entrance for this back field. That's changed. That entrance is going to be right here because I decided I may want to consider maybe more shed space there, or I still need a place for my chemical sort of station, if you will, to fill up sprayers and planter and things of that nature. So, in true for the love of tractors fashion, we're winging it a little bit. So that's why I had planned to landscape around the shed today, where the big horses sleep, and it just didn't happen because this area is in limbo a little bit. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. It's just not sure. So this is, you guys may have seen a video, so that does not belong there yet. You may have seen a video where I made my muddy tracks into the field. I think that turned out awesome. So far, that's my favorite part of the display for sure. This is 6mm static grass. I just used the Knock brand static grass, and it's kind of a blended color, sort of a springy type color. I think it looks pretty good. It's it's what I want for this anyway, and there are going to be trees and things at quite a bit of places along this field to sort of frame it up and give it a better background for photos versus just having you see across the entire farm. And then over here where the gravel road is, there'll be another row of trees here. The idea being obviously a background to shoot pictures coming this way. And then, we can shoot pictures down the gravel road of vehicles coming and going. Over here, I decided that coming from the farmyard, we wanted a path where, you could take your UTV or even a pickup truck up to the field. Maybe you're just up here checking out what's going on. Maybe you're counting corn population. Maybe you're just checking on things. I don't know. I just thought it was neat. Now, it's a little wider here, and the idea here originally, and again, things are fluid always, I was going to put my bulk tanks here and have my sprayers and so on park here to fill up. Well, I don't know that that's going to happen now. So, and the reason I'm saying that is, again, we may be doing a shed there. We may be doing our bulk station there. I'm just not sure yet exactly what's going to happen. So, what I'm afraid of is my bulk station would screw up the sight lines for photos there. We'll see. I don't know. Just something you got to think about. Just for the heck of it, I just thought it looked nice. There's some C&B hay bales on a really ugly yellow trailer with a cool-looking Dodge Ram pickup truck. So, anyway, so this, somewhere in here is going to be the farmhouse. And it's going to be small, old-school style farmhouse. We're not doing like big, giant McMansion farmer-type houses. Just going to be real simple. I gotta clean up a little bit. I got some glue and stuff. You know, just something kind of old school, because that's kind of the way we are. If you saw, I think it was my live video, I talked about the apple trees and the reason for having those. On our real farm, we have apple trees right by the fuel pumps, and actually they're behind the fuel pumps, but for right now, these are going to be there. And the reason being is, harvest time, apples are ready. You just pluck you an apple off the tree, and you can start, you got a nice little snack for your day on the tractor with you. So, obviously, the big tractors back there, that is not the lineup I'm going to use. Some of those tractors might be, I don't know yet. That is not the official lineup, though, by far. That's just just eye candy for right now. So over here, if you saw the live stream and maybe some of the other how-to videos, I muddied that up a little bit, as well as the apron to go onto the shed there. Just, I don't know, I just feel like that's more realistic than just pristine gravel everywhere. I got a little hedgerow in, or little bushes here right alongside the shed. Of course, that MacDon is just sort of there from now. There's that C60 grain truck that I converted to a service truck. That's really cool. I decided to sell that, auction that. I'm regretting it a little bit, but because it's just so dang cool. But oh well, I'll make another for myself. And then, again, these aren't necessarily what's going to be on the display, but here's a look into the shop. And I just wanted a nice clean sight line for photos here. And I just stuck one little tree off to the side for now. And then we can kind of take you up into the shop. And I've started populating the shop a little bit. You know me, I think I've talked about this before. I like a little bit of a messy shop. Because that's just the way it is, I think, most of the time. I mean, I know there's farms that just have these pristine, incredible shops, and more power to them, but, you know, that's not us. So somewhere between a complete disaster and complete organized, that's where we usually sit with our shops. So back here, it's a weird space. I had configured the sheds several different ways. I had considered moving this down so that there's a bit of an opening there so that maybe the combine shed could go there. I just ultimately decided against that. I was afraid it would look cluttery, and I just kind of want the farmyard to look clean, and if that means having less buildings, then so be it. So, you know, there's that. So I think we're going to have some 4-H cows over there, you know? So maybe our farmer's family here, once their house gets put in, maybe their kids are in 4-H, and maybe we'll just have some cows over there. We'll make a little pasture, put some fence up, you know, just what the hey. So that's kind of it right now, guys. That's sort of the overview of Dogtown, and you know, I'll update as it goes. The plan, I hope, for tomorrow, it's frozen outside, so my dirt that's a no-go for right now. I'm hoping to like get this area figured out, what I'm gonna do, and in fact, I'm kind of quitting working on toys a little bit early tonight, so I can go upstairs and sort of plot and scheme and maybe draw some things out and just figure out what I want to do there with the space that I have. So anyway, that's it, guys. Always open to suggestions and questions, comments, all that sort of thing. Just really appreciate it. I appreciate you guys wanting an update on this thing. You know, oops. It's cool to me that you guys. It's cool to me that you guys are interested in what I'm doing. because obviously I'm interested. I love doing this stuff. It's fun for me, and it's a lot of fun when I got guys like you guys, kind of tagging along on the ride here. So anyway, guess I'll just leave you with a shot of this UTV coming towards us. So thanks guys for watching. Really appreciate it. Have yourselves a great day. Happy tractor hunting.